This is Professor Steffen Schmidt. Um, on right now, I'm on a research vessel that we use in the summer to do some of our interviews and to look at some of the coastal zones that we've kind of benchmarked as places to do follow-up on. In particular, this is located right now in Seattle, Washington. We do a lot of stuff up and down Puget Sound. We do have in the back there, you can see our navigations console with marine radio and stuff. We have satellite phone and other communications devices so that we can keep in touch with you and each other and the Coast Guard and so on. My reason for wanting to talk to you really briefly is this. You are in a graduate class enrolled for graduate credit, 3 graduate credits. And as you know, we have several different purposes, goals that we need to achieve when we teach a graduate class and that you want to achieve when you take a graduate class. And one of those is, of course, the specific content material of the subject matter, let's say, of the class. In this particular case, it's coastal policy, coastal zone management, and so on. So there's no doubt we want you to have a really good feel for the problems and issues and some of the solutions of coastal zones, to see them in a comparative context so that you're looking at other countries. And it's a sampler, and if you get really excited about the topic, you can go on, of course, and do more work. You can get a master's degree, you can get a certificate, you can go on from where you are now, get a PhD even if you want, or you can take some more courses in this area and kind of specialize a little bit. However, there are a couple of other things that I very much want you to achieve in this class, and my goal is to make those happen. That's also the goal of our graduate assistants and teaching assistants and others who are staffing the class for us this summer. One of those additional goals is that we want you to be either refresh yourself on structuring and conducting a fairly quick research project, not great depth, but very focused and concentrated, or to learn how to do that if you don't know how to do that and haven't done it before. It is absolutely crucial to your academic success, but also to your future career and employment opportunities, for you to be able to sit down and over a relatively short period of time, with all kinds of other things happening to you as well, to conduct, carry out, and complete a report like that. That is the reality of the world. That's what you will be doing for much of your academic career. That's what you'll be doing when you work, or if you're already in a job. And so we want you to have that experience. And we've given you a template that leads you through it, that tells you how to structure that. We will work with you to make sure you stay on track and on time. And we will see you across the finish line to a successful completion of that. So please be very careful to every single week make sure that you basically pursue the short project that we're asking you to do. Number 3, I think we're on number 3 now. I want you to become really familiar with the online learning environment, in this case Blackboard, which is really just a classroom navigation system. But I also want you to become familiar with using online resources such as library resources. So we have asked the ISU library to give us as much information as possible to make it possible for you to log into the Iowa State University Library with your student ID number, get a library password number, and then go in there and kind of look around an online library. Many people, including grad students, have not done this. And I am surprised and alarmed by it, because the future of research is not Googling on the internet and finding articles in publications and things that are sort of randomly on the internet. The future of research and your professional future is in being able to jump one level higher and penetrate a research library digitally from where you are, use its resources, and identify the really substantive and really excellent articles, scholarly articles, resources, or databases, or whatever, that are now in the new university library, which is a digital library. It's becoming more and more a digital library. And so this is another skill set that will pay off big, big for you if you go in there and kind of spend a little bit of time familiarizing yourself with how to get into a university library. I've even asked the staff there to give us some information on how you can pursue digital interlibrary loan if the library that you're in this case Iowa State University, does not have the particular journal or piece of information that you need. How do you get that from one of the other libraries and have it made available to you? That's also a skill that I think you want to have. You want to be comfortable with that. You want to take it with you in your further studies, but also you want to take it with you to your job and your future career. So one final thing that we feel strongly about, I personally feel very strongly about, you'll notice that we've assigned each of you a very specific research topic. A lot of people say, well, why don't you let me pick my own research topic? And the answer is, and I did this myself, so I know, and I've had 40 years of experience. Yes, this is my 40th year doing research and teaching students at the academic university level, first at Long Island University, Iowa State University, and also Nova University Oceanographic Center. Students and even scholars pick a subject that they're already familiar with. They pick something they're comfortable with. They pick something that they know something about, and then they write or do research about that. I want to expand your stimulation. I want to expand you intellectually by giving you a topic that you may not have looked at before and asking you to familiarize yourself with it and to prepare a report on it. That's the reality of the real world. That is how things actually happen when you're out at a job site, when you're working for a boss or somebody. You will be given an assignment and told, give me a quick briefing on this subject that you may not know anything about, and go ahead and write it up and submit it because we're going to have a board meeting, a committee meeting, and I need this report. That's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be taking a topic that you may not be very familiar with, and you're going to research it and write it up very nicely, and you will have been enlightened, your mind will have been expanded, you will have learned about another topic, another place that you may not be familiar with, and it'll open up a lot of those basically neurons and electrical paths in your brain, because you're being stimulated by something that's unfamiliar, surprising, new, and it'll make you intellectually grow quite a bit. That's my explanation of the project that we're asking you to do, the why, and I hope that you will find it useful. I know that I've heard back from students who have done this in my classes for years and years before. I can't think of a single student who has not told me this was really an important experience for me because it opened me up, it made me more competitive against others, or made me more cooperative with others because I felt comfortable and familiar doing this kind of project. Look forward to seeing you in the class for the next weeks. Thanks very much.